live for the latest episode of We Rank Stuff. We Rank Stuff. It's the show where we rank stuff with a clever name like that. Back again, Static. How's it going, man?
It's going well. You know, Tuesday, start kind of the second day of another week, work things and whatnot. Got my prepubescent Ninja Turtles video out over the weekend.
Good video.
Can't wait to see it.
It's got a great intro.
It does. It does. Yeah. That is true. Copa, how's it going, man?
Oh man, I'm living someone's dream.
Someone's dream. Okay. Gotcha.
I'm in a blast. I just got back from vacation. I feel nice, well rested. Nice. Reviewing Mandalorian. Having a blast. Happy to have Mike here with us tonight as we rank the war films.
Hey, I finished a book at work called What About Wichita?
Why Not Wichita?
Why Not Wichita? Yeah.
Yes. Good, well, thank you. What'd you think? Yeah. Well, we'll get to that later. Who cares?
Yeah, we can talk.
Who cares
about
my stuff? Mike's here.
That's a good point. We'll get to all that later.
Yes.
Joker, how's it going, man?
War films cause me to drink.
They give you some PTSD. Okay. He's gonna have plenty of drinks for this one, I think.
Whoa.
And for the first time, we have author Mike Barron here tonight. I first heard about him actually a couple of months ago when I at the comic book store. There was a crazy comic book. It had a dude riding an alligator called Florida Man, and then I saw him on somebody else's stream. I don't remember whose it was, but started following him on there, and he's got some other stuff coming up. I'll let him talk to us about that. But yeah, Mike Barron, thanks for coming in, man.
Thrilled to be here, boys.
Oh, speaking of comics, our good friend Pops just sent me some stuff out of the blue.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Pops is the man.
Be careful with those.
He don't care. He's reckless. He's being reckless with those.
Yeah. Yes, I read it at work. It was a slow day, so I was able to finish it, and it was like
Thank you for asking.
It was the last like 20 pages. But yeah, so Mike, tell us about what you got going on right now, and I'll pull this up here.
Well, Private Americans can go to the printer within the next 2 weeks, and will be fulfilled by May. Who knows? We might be sending books out earlier than that. Nice. As you know, I simply set out to write an entertaining story about what the Punisher would be doing if I wrote him today. And it seemed obvious to me that he'd be on the southern border, trying to stop the flow of human traffickers, fentanyl, and terrorists that are pouring into our country. I did not. Well, you know, I had an inkling that this might upset some people. Nevertheless, you know, it's my curse to write heterodox stories, so I went ahead and did it. And out of the blue, a woman whom I've never heard from before and who's never read anything I wrote an article for the Daily Cause accusing me of racism. In fact, the headline was, Mike Barron releases another racist AF comic book. She was referring to Private American. She characterized Thin Blue Line as a book about white racist police officers going into black neighborhoods to kill as many black people as possible. Well, anybody who's read the book knows that that's a lie, that the two protagonists don't kill anyone in the book. We contacted the Daily Cause and we asked them if they had read Thin Blue Line, and not surprisingly they said no. And we asked them if they would like to read it, and they reluctantly said all right. So Chris made a PDF of the entire book available to them online. That was 6 weeks ago, and as of today, they have not looked at it.
Of course.
However, you know, and this woman, whose name is Star Minion, she called on her followers, her sycophants, flying heads, sock puppets, and monkeys to write Kickstarter and get this racist book removed, and she succeeded. Kickstarter threw us off, even while she has her own book being funded on Kickstarter. Because of this, we have contacted a lawyer, and they will be hearing from us shortly.
So,
go ahead, Copa.
Well, I have one quick question. As an independent writer, how does that make you feel going from being published to now having to independently market your own stuff, and then all of a sudden just one person can take your material off your platform and pretty much your livelihood and your food out of your own mouth.
That's exactly right. It's the viciousness and ignorance of her attack which concerned me. However, before she attacked, our funding was at $32,000. And now it is at $72,000 because we are experts at monetizing these attacks on us, as is everybody in Comicsgate. You have to. And my number one goal when I write anything is to entertain. I make no secret of that fact. I don't let anything out of the house unless it's a home run, in my opinion. And the thing about Private American is you're going to love it. It's just a great story. And when people read this book, they're going to say, holy shit. Why can't Marvel or DC do something like this? Well, we know why they can't do something like this, so I'm doing it. Now, it just so happens that this one pushes all sorts of buttons. That was not my intention. The idea appealed to me, not because I wanted to get political, but because it was a great story. The next book we do is Bronze Star. It's a supernatural Western.
Hold up. I think I got, yep, right there.
Yeah, it's Pat Broderick. It's the greatest work of his life. We're very excited about this. There's nothing controversial about it, unless you hate Westerns.
They'll find something, Mike.
Oh, well, not really. I mean,
I saw you put up some panels of this one on Twitter a couple weeks back, right? Was that the?
Huh?
You put up some panels from this one on on Twitter. Yeah, they look good.
And Pat's a lifelong liberal, but he's an old-fashioned liberal. It used to mean tolerant of all points of view. But today's liberals, I don't call them liberals, I call them wibberals, because that's how a child would pronounce it. but after we release Bronze Star, we're going to go into the Florida Man graphic novel #2. I'm really excited about that. It's completely drawn and inked. It's funnier than the first one. The first one was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And then we're following that up with a Nexus graphic novel. So the
one right
pipeline, yeah, that was just released 2 weeks ago. I'm very excited about that. You can order it through your comic store, or if not, you can get it off Amazon. I have a whole bunch of new Nexus material in the works. The new material is being drawn by Kelsey Shannon. It's just brilliant.
Is that this here?
That's it. There's a sample of Kelsey's work.
That's pretty good
quality. That's beautiful.
Stuff.
Yeah. So Mike, I have a question. With like you and Ethan Van Sciver and Eric July, do you find this, with everything, all the hoops you have to jump through, do you find this annoying, or do you find it more of the fun challenge of kind of sticking it to the establishment?
I find it exhilarating. Every one of us is developing our own crowdfunding platforms because we can't rely on these standard platforms, these woke platforms, if I may be so bold, because if they don't like you, they're going to try and deprive you of making a living, even though they make a lot of money. Like Ethan Van Sciver pointed out, they've made hundreds of thousands of dollars off Ethan's books. But he's still shadow banned on Indiegogo, and that means if you go to Indiegogo and you type in Cyberfrog, nothing comes up.
Mm-hmm. I had that problem with Private American trying to find that.
Right. You can only find it by going to theprivateamerican.com.
Mm-hmm.
Theprivateamerican.com will take you right to the site.
Yeah, or if you're directly linked to it. Yeah.
I didn't know about all the shadow banning, but I was like, why am I having such a hard time finding this? I know the author and the title and all that stuff.
It's deliberate because that's a characteristic of the left, is their malice. If the left's greatest failure is its meanness of spirit.
Yeah, I thought I was just dumb, but turns out there was more to it than just that.
Well,
Joker, I didn't ask you. Don't nod your head yes to me. Man, that's messed up.
Thanks, subtle deviancy.
Yep, and also Wookie says backed him at $100 level.
Thank you, Wookie.
Nice.
Be bad.
Yeah, everybody go check out that Indiegogo. And you've been, I mean, how long has your comics career gone? How far back does it go?
Well, I broke into comics in 1981 with Nexus, which I co-created with my partner Steve Rude. And because of Nexus and Badger, I was soon asked to write The Punisher for Marvel. I wrote The Punisher for 5 years. I wrote Flash.
Did you come up with that new Punisher logo?
God, I hope not.
No. Okay.
Okay, so
that's one of the reasons I wrote Private American, because everybody said, "What happened to the old Punisher?"
I'm sure they don't like that little "Don't tread on me" snake on Private American.
So,
well, that's from the Gadsden flag. It dates from the Revolutionary War.
Yeah.
And it's meant to stand for the primacy of the individual, on which this country was based. If you read the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, it's the only country in the history of the world to elevate the individual to the highest point in the land. And the rights that are enumerated in the Bill of Rights do not come from government. And that's the most important thing of all.
Mm-hmm.
Our right to self-defense is inalienable and does not come from government. Our right to speak freely about whatever we want does not come from government. It's innate to human rights. But, the path of humanity is inevitable. What's happening now is totally expected. If you study history, Plato predicted it, Cicero predicted it, Orwell predicted it, and it's because human nature doesn't change. These people that run the country now have no experience creating anything of wealth or doing anything a service that anybody wants. The one thing they excel at is seizing power. I would say that most people have their hands full doing their jobs and taking care of their family and maybe kicking back on the weekend to enjoy a little sports. But there's one class of person that spends every waking minute seeking power over others. And these are the people who have taken over this country. They don't know how to run anything. They don't know how to do anything. And anybody who's denying that this present administration is anything but a clusterfuck is kidding themselves.
I love this guy. I love this guy.
It's kind of like Buttigieg. Once he gets in power, it's like, going on vacation.
Yeah.
All right. So Mike, I've got the one more question. Since you being a writer for the Punisher and this new Daredevil series based off of the Born Again from Frank Miller, and is going to have the Punisher in it. How much are you cringing at what Disney's going to do to these characters?
Well, I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Do you watch any of the Disney Plus series or?
No, I don't. All right, I don't get Disney. I did watch the Punisher show on Netflix, and I thought John Bernthal was a very good Punisher.
Yes,
I agree.
Absolutely, he was probably the best live-action Punisher. I thought.
Yeah.
But the best Punisher movie is The Equalizer, starring Denzel Washington. If what the Punisher should be like, watch The Equalizer.
Yeah,
that used to be a TV show, but when Denzel took it over, man, he really changed it up.
I think it's still a TV show with Queen Latifah now.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah. Oh boy, yeah. Okay, well,
wow. You can sign me up to watch that, just like you can sign me up to watch a war film.
There you go.
But him,
I got plenty to say about war films.
Well, good. Well,
we're going to get along just fine.
Go ahead and rank that. Yeah, guys, go check out this Indiegogo here, Private American, and then he's got other. Are those going to be this Bronze Star and Nexus? Are those going to be Indiegogo, or are they just going to be available?
No, Nexus is published by Dark Horse, and it's available right now.
Okay. Oh, it's available now. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, if you don't mind, Tyler, would you play the video?
Did you send me a video?
It's on the Private American.
Go back to the Private American page.
Oh, okay. Where do
it's
I
right
go?
there. It's right there.
It's right there. Right
oh, where it says play?
Yeah. That would be the video.
Boomer.
Music too?
Yep.
It's your music, I guess.
Yeah. It's his promo. Oh, we're not getting any sound though.
I say, did you share audio?
Never mind. Guys, if you want to see the video, just go to the site, theprivateamerican.com, and you can play it for yourselves. But there's no reason to play it without the sound. That's okay. We can
you got to have
you guys can't hear
this one.
No, we can't hear it.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing wrong there.
You gotta reshare the screen.
I gotta get out of it.
Yeah. And make sure you click share audio.
So while we're going through this, Mike, getting this all set up, how much of like John Milius's writing contributes to like influencing you and these fringe characters that you come up with? And,
well, I do admire Milius a great deal, and I've seen all of his movies, not in many years, but he's someone I admire. And if people were to compare me to Milius, I would not be offended.
I do.
I think that Big Wednesday is his best film. And I also like Dillinger a great deal. And then Rough Riders, I think, was his last hurrah. It was an excellent movie. And I'm sorry that he hasn't made more movies since. But you can understand why somebody with Milius viewpoints and convictions is not able to work in Hollywood.
Yeah, he sort of runs parallel with your story, doesn't he?
Well, except he was on a much bigger platform. I'm on a much smaller platform, but I feel that my career is really taken off in the last couple of years. I've been busier than I've ever been, and we're very happy with the results for these crowdfunders.
Logical Spock is in the chat. How's it going, bud? All right, let's try this again. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you hear?
Yep.
Okay.
America's southern border has become a war zone. Human traffickers, drug smugglers, and terrorists flow across the Rio Grande with impunity, secure in the knowledge that no one will stop them. A distant federal government lectures Americans on their privilege while punishing overworked border patrol agents who were helpless to stem the tidal wave of invaders and determined migrants. Second-generation Cuban-American Marcos Zamora is a military vet, more patriotic than most Americans. No longer able to ignore the chaos at his doorstep, he acts. Joined by his best friend Gus, they hit the border every night, saving lives while stopping violent drug cartels and other opportunists. The government reacts with fury at Marcos' attempts to preserve American sovereignty, deploying the full might of their enforcement agencies. But Marcos understands that the only thing the rich and powerful fear is bad publicity, and he records every encounter. Whoever he is, this private American must be stopped. Illustrated by Richard Bonk and written by Eisner winner Mike Barron, Private American is his version of Captain America, and maybe a little Punisher, taking part in this ongoing, violent, and very real battle of good versus evil in the war for American sovereignty. Grab your copy at theprivateamerican.com.
We have a secure border, and that is a priority for our administration.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Sold
Nice.
American. Oh, hell yeah.
There you go.
Who'd you get to do the voiceover for that? Or was that
Chris,
you?
No. Chris Brawley produces these videos. Chris is my partner. Chris is the foremost videographer in Chattanooga, Tennessee. He's been doing this all his life, and that's why our videos are better than anyone else's.
Well, congratulations. He did a wonderful, fine job.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was great voiceover work.
Yeah.
It was
so go buy it, guys.
Sam Elliott. He doesn't come cheap.
I was about to say, he sounds a little bit like Sam.
He does, yeah. All right. Well, let's rank some stuff. Let's rank some war movies here.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll just kind of go down the list here. I'll kind of go, and then we'll go Static, Copa, Joker, Mike, and then I'll just kind of move you guys around as we go about it. Again, S tier is Superior, and then you have just kind of A, B, C, D, F. So we'll start out with, I don't know how many of you guys have seen these, but All Quiet on the Western Front, first one. I haven't. This was like a 1930s or 1940s version. Then they had the Netflix one. We'll do that one next. But the first one, the original, I haven't seen it. Static, have you seen All Quiet?
No.
Okay.
It's going to be a lot of that tonight.
Oh, that's fine. Copa?
Yes, it's an S tier.
S tier. Okay.
Oh, it's most definitely S tier. Most of your war films are rooted into this one silent film.
Okay. All right. Joker, have you seen it?
No.
Nope. Mike?
Nope.
Haven't seen it. Okay. We'll just have to go.
Wow.
Copa.
Trust me, guys. It's an S tier.
Okay. Static, have you seen the Netflix All Quiet?
No.
Okay. I actually saw this, I saw about half of it. I would put it at about a B. Copa, what do you think?
Yeah, I give it an A.
You give it an A? Okay.
Really?
Yeah, there wasn't much it doesn't take too much from the book, and you want more of a personal touch to these soldiers. They had a very big kinship in the book than they do in the movie. But as far as the battle sequences go and the horrors of war is shown, my God, that's a great film. I give it an A.
So, how long ago did the Netflix version come out?
Like 6 months ago.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's very recent. It just won an Academy Award for Best Foreign Film.
Cinematography, I believe.
And cinematography.
Joker, have you seen it?
I have not seen it, but just from the buzz that I've heard about it, and again for the accolades that it's gotten nominated for Best Picture, I would probably say if I did see it, I'd probably an A tier. I'm just gonna go with that.
Okay.
Nice.
Mike, have you seen the new All Quiet on the Western Front?
A
too? Okay.
Yeah, but it's grim. It's not a movie you watch for fun. You can't tear your eyes away. But it's one of the grimmest movies I've ever seen.
Oh, okay.
Agreed.
Well, that's good to know before I turn it on.
Oh yeah, the first 2 minutes they're in line getting their uniforms, and he has somebody's name on his uniform already, so they just rip it off because he's like dead.
Right.
So they're just giving out a new uniform. It's pretty rough.
And then that name tag gets dropped on the floor with all the other name tags.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, that's right. There's a pile of name tags.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Before we go any further, Wookie says, "Awesome video, Mike."
Thank you, Wookie.
Where we can do this here. Let me get less of me. No. And then we had Baron inspired me to get back into buying comics. Okay.
Oh, great.
Cool. Okay. Is that the Twitter ad I see every 5 minutes? I don't know what you're talking about there. Is it better than Dunkirk? All Quiet on the Western Front. Is it better than Dunkirk?
I don't think you can compare the two.
Yeah.
They're pretty different.
Yeah, they're two different films, but we'll get to Dunkirk.
Mrs.
Hey, we got a Squatch in the chat.
Oh, Mrs. Sassy's here.
As long as we don't have two Squatches, we're okay. We just got the.
Oh, he's right behind.
Yeah, he's somewhere.
He's always right behind.
You can hear those foots thunder.
Those Squatch footsteps. American Sniper. I love this one. I would put that in the A tier. Let me get back where we're supposed to be here. American Sniper A tier. Static.
American Sniper is A tier. It's not just because there's other S tiers on this list that are really freaking good.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. Copa.
I'm going to give it an A tier because it deserves it, and it's got that Punisher logo on there.
That's true.
Oh yeah, with that Punisher logo.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But yeah, it's totally
radicalized by those evil military types.
Yeah.
Joker, what do you think about American Sniper?
I don't, because I never saw it, but just because the progressive left hates it, I like it.
Okay,
nice.
There you go, Mike.
A.
The progressive left doesn't like American Sniper. Like, I didn't hear any kickback on this film.
Oh, they hated it because it glorified glorified Chris Kyle and his exploits over there in Iraq.
Okay.
It was before they had as much of a megaphone as they do now.
Okay.
Yeah, if that came out now, it'd be absolutely destroyed. Okay.
Well, I watched it the first time like a month and a half ago.
Okay. Apocalypse Now. I haven't seen that in so long. I don't even remember. So I'm not even gonna guess on that one. Have you seen it, Static?
This was one that I went to go watch and said 3 hours, and I was like, I'm gonna find a shorter one.
Okay. Go fuck.
This is an S tier. This is John Milius at one of his finest.
Joker?
This is an S tier.
That's good. Okay.
Nothing else to say.
Okay. Mike, what do you think?
S. What does S mean? It means superior, right?
Superior, yeah.
Yeah, Apocalypse Now is an amazing film, especially the director's cut, which is 3 hours long.
Yeah.
So what makes this better than the other two? that aren't S?
I think it's more memorable. I think a lot of it has to do with the dialogue. You don't remember the dialogue from On the Western Front or even from American Sniper, but Apocalypse Now, Saigon. I'm still in fucking Saigon. I can't believe it. And the unforgettable scenes, like when they're going by this French plantation. That's only in the director's cut too. And of course, Robert Duvall as the colonel and playing the Flight of the Valkyrie.
Yes.
When his helicopters attack.
Yeah, you got the napalm in the morning quote.
Yeah, smelling the napalm in the morning.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Yeah.
Smells like victory.
That's right.
Yeah, and you got a crazy set of characters, and as you continue to go up that the river's mouth, you're just descending more and more into madness.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Black Hawk Down, I would say probably mid. I'd say about a C on that one. Static?
I was gonna give it a B because I like the emotional pull that it has. I would give it an A, but just because I don't know as much about the war that was going on there. And actually, was that even really a war? That was more of like a they were like,
yeah, that's true. It's more of a failed.
They were just trying to help clean shit up
mm-hmm.
from the Somalia stuff, right? Like it wasn't so much a war.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm at a B.
Okay. Copa?
Yeah, I give it a B. It's good to see. It's about what the breakdown of the chain of command and who's really running the show. It was a fantastic 30,000 foot overview of how things can go south real quick on an operation. Excellent film. I'll give it a B.
Okay. Joker?
I would say B. This is one of the films that I actually saw, and just the and just the tension that gets raised with every half an hour. It's just the stakes get higher and the stakes get higher. And it's like, oh dear God, oh shit,
this movie doesn't stop. Yeah.
Mike, what do you think?
B. I'd like to see it again. I haven't seen it since it came out.
All right, we'll leave that at a B then.
It's a really good Josh Hart was in it. It's just not as memorable as those others.
Yeah.
Let's see. Subtle says every time guy on the rugby team got a crew cut, they called him Apocalypse Now. Okay. Shadow's here. Hey, Shadow. What's up, buddy?
Do we care?
No, we don't. I was just trying to be nice. Braveheart, I would say also S tier.
Yes.
But what do you guys think? Copa? We can go first on that one.
Yeah, S, the end. There's nothing else to be said.
Joker, any arguments on that?
They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom! S tier.
S tier. Mike?
I have that movie here, and I've been meaning to watch it, and I will shortly. And I did see it when it first came out, but I'm going to pass on this one because I don't have any great memories of it.
Okay.
Wow.
Static, have you seen it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've seen Braveheart a bunch. Definitely S tier. That line, it will live on forever. There is no argument here with it being anything less than S.
Okay. Yeah. And by the way, chat, if you are we're gonna go through these pretty quick. So if you're gonna rank one of these, just kind of have the name in the chat so I know what you're talking about here. Most colorful, the grim thing, yes. Yeah, that's true. I think it took some liberties, but Mel Gibson takes some liberties with this stuff. What are you gonna do? Bridge on the River Kwai. That's one that I tried to watch. Way too long for me. Couldn't do it. Copa, where do we start with Bridge on the River Kwai?
That's also an S tier.
S tier?
Okay. Oh yeah.
So go ahead.
That movie is just one ironic moment after another. It's one of the most brilliant written war movies of all time. S tier.
S tier. Okay. Joker?
S tier. Sir Alec Guinness. Need I say more?
Yeah, and he was in the Lawrence of Arabia too, right?
No.
Who?
Alec Guinness.
No, yes, he is in Lawrence of Arabia. Okay. He plays the sheikh.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. I forgot he played Brownface.
In fact, I think they're both
yes, he did
directed
very
by
much
David
so.
Lean.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike, what do you think about Bridge on the River Kwai?
Oh, it probably belongs in the S tier, but there are other movies that belong in the S tier that are even better. Lawrence of Arabia is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Static, did you see this one?
No, I've never even heard of this one until the other day.
Oh, you need to go. You need to go watch it. It's excellent.
All right, Copa Das Boot. Where are we starting with that one? I haven't seen it.
S tier.
Are you gonna...
That is your gold standard submarine film.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's almost 4 hours long, but it's your gold standard submarine film, and it's one of the few films that you see the enemy side of things. You know, with American films and the way we portray our bad guys, we always make them look relentless and steely-eyed. Here, it's just pure fear as they're getting depth charged, as they're trying to fight through the waters, as they're trying to navigate home, even when they do get home. 100% S tier film.
Okay. Joker?
I have not seen this, but everything that I've heard about this film, and I've gone from I'm talking from the critical drinker to other folks who are experts in this genre. They put Das Boot at like near the top as like the best war film of all time. So just on that alone, it's S tier.
Okay.
Mike?
I give it an A. It's a brilliant film.
Okay. Static, have you seen it?
I watched Beer Fest a few weeks ago. And
close enough.
Totally cast. Totally cast.
Yeah.
I want to know where Pot Fest is. Like, come on, guys.
It's in Fort Collins on April 20th.
Oh, okay.
I think Deer Hunter's got to go up here with Apocalypse Now and all these others S tier. Copa, what do you think?
Yeah, I would say S tier. It was one of the first to show the horrors of Vietnam War. You got Robert De Niro, Christopher Walken comes in on the scene on this one. It's one of Michael Cimino's only films. I think he's done like 2 others, and then he almost bankrupted the studio before they said bye.
Okay.
So, yeah, S tier.
S tier. Okay. Looks like Joker's out right now. We'll go. Mike, what do you think about Deer Hunter?
I'll put it in the S tier.
Okay. Static?
It's a terrible arcade game. It just takes your money.
Dirty Dozen. I haven't seen that. Copa, where do we start with that?
That's also an S tier. Oh my God. I told you this is going to be S tier night.
So this is the one that I really wanted to get to, and I just did not have the time.
Oh, if you're a dude who has any kind of testosterone running through his blood, you're going to love this movie.
Okay.
The end. What an eclectic group of characters.
Where are you watching it at?
Where am I watching
I'll tell you later.
Like, where can you watch that?
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
He's sailing the high seas like Das Boot.
Oh, it's probably on streaming somewhere.
It might
probably on one of the 48 streaming services. Wookie says Dirty Dozen OG was great. Did they remake it or something?
Well, they have a couple of sequels that were lackluster.
Speaking of lackluster, Enemy at the Gates.
Whoa! Other people didn't go on the Dirty Dozen road.
I have a question about Dirty Dozen.
I thought we all went on
Is it like kind of like because they call it the Dirty Dozen? Is it kind of like a God damn it! What's that movie? We ranked it last week in Stallone, where they had all the major action stars.
Expendables.
Yeah, is it kind of Expendables-esque?
No, it's much more serious, and yet it's not an accurate look at war. I give it an A. It's a brilliant film. I've seen it many times. I'll watch it again. But it puts the entertainment value over accuracy. But it's wonderfully entertaining. It's one of Lee Marvin's best movies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Bronson and Telly, is that right?
Yeah. Telly Savalas and Bronson. You have John Cassavetes.
Okay. Is it like the Suicide Squad?
Donald Sutherland.
Sutherland.
It is a Suicide Squad type movie.
Okay.
But not the comic book Suicide Squad. That's not serious stuff.
Okay.
Basically, they're a bunch of war prisoners. They're in like Leavenworth. They're in prison for breaking the rules in the army and whatnot. So, and they're all going to either be lifers in prison or they're going to be put to death. So they get this impossible mission to do. they're pretty much expendable mercenaries at this point.
You say it's an impossible mission. Do they have the does the recording self-destruct after they hear
it certainly
about it?
does.
Does it? Okay, that kind of
yeah through Ernest Borgnine.
Okay. Mike, you said A on this one?
Yes.
30,000. Static, what do you think?
I didn't get to watch this one. This one and Apocalypse Now were the top 2 on my list, and I just did not have the time to get them done.
Okay. Enemy of the Gates, I saw, it's been probably 15 years ago. Didn't really like it, so I'm going to put it at about a C. Copo, what do you think?
Yeah, it's average.
Average.
I mean, it's got its moments, but it's highly forgettable.
I agree. Yeah.
The Stalingrad stuff was cool. And then the ending was pretty solid, but in the middle, you kind of forget.
I agree. Mike?
A.
Ooh.
Okay. We'll move it up a bit here.
What makes it an A for you, Mike?
Yeah.
I find it endlessly watchable, and I've watched it many times. Ed Harris is the Nazi sniper. It's the finest sniper duel that's ever been put on screen. There's a great sniper duel in Saving Private Ryan as well. But this movie is all about snipers.
Yeah.
And technically, it gets all that stuff right. And also, it's got unforgettable dialogue when they're at the beginning, when they're being thrown into battle. And these people are not trained soldiers. They say, there's one gun for every 2 soldiers. When the man in front of you falls, pick up his rifle and carry on. And then it's got Bob Hoskins as Khrushchev.
All right.
Interesting. Let's see here. He says that actually happened in World War II. I think he's talking about the Dirty Dozen here, where they broke guys out of the brig. Hey, that sounds pretty rough. Static, have you seen Enemy at the Gates?
Not in a really long time, so I don't have anything to say. I haven't seen it since it came out.
Okay.
Yep. I remember watching it in high school.
Flags of Our Fathers. Copa?
It's run of the mill. I give it a C. Once again, I didn't find anything particularly fascinating about this film. Its sister project was the one that I found even more compelling. But
that's right.
Flags was good. There's not too many Iwo Jima stories. It wasn't as compelling as I wanted it to be.
Okay. Joker, have you seen Flags of Our Fathers? Didn't see it.
Nope.
Okay, Mike?
I think it's a rare misfire for Eastwood. I would give it a C.
Okay. Static?
I got nothing.
Nothing on it? Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, that's our first C then. Full Metal Jacket. I'm going to go A on that.
Well, what is wrong with you, son?
What is wrong with you?
Oh, my God.
Copa,
wow.
You communist. S.
Exactly.
S. Hard S.
Oh, you're saying it's okay. Yeah.
Hard S.
Joker?
S. I mean,
S. Okay.
Matthew Modine, Alec Baldwin, Vincent D'Onofrio. Just his arc is just tragic. And then you got and then you got the great Arlie Ermey, who's just playing himself, and he is one of the best parts of this entire film. And it just shows how ugly war can be. It's just, it's brutal, it's dirty, it's ugly, and but just such a well done film.
Mike, you agree?
No, I give it a B. I think that it takes cheap shots. But I agree, Arlie Ermey is terrific, and he should have made more movies.
Static?
Well, now Mike's got me wanting to rewatch this. It's been a while, but I'm definitely S tier, and because of the dialogue and stuff. I mean, only steers and queers come from Texas. That's stuck with me forever. Like.
Good Morning Vietnam. I don't even remember this one, but Joker, what do you think about Good Morning Vietnam?
This is a complete opposite of Full Metal Jacket, with with Robin Robin kind of takes a lighter side of the Vietnam War. It's still it's still nasty, but I'd say an A.
Put it an A. Okay. Mike?
C.
Okay, just average.
Yeah.
Okay. Too much Robin Williams, you think?
No, it's not. You know, he's fine in it. It's just that it's a very narrow view of the war, and it's really not about the war so much as it is about his role as a radio personality.
Okay. Static?
Yeah, I don't have a grade, but I agree with what he said about it being more about this radio personality. I haven't seen it in forever, though.
Okay. Copa?
Yeah, I give it a C because it's mostly Robin going off for about an hour and a half, and then the war happens for the last half an hour. Like the war finally comes to his doorstep. So yeah, I give it a C. I mean, the Robin Williams parts are excellent. They're fantastic to listen to and watch him work and ad-lib is incredible. But
all right. Great Escape. Joker, have you seen it? Nope. Mike, what do you think about Great Escape?
It's like The Dirty Dozen in that it's delightful entertainment, and it features some of the greatest action heroes of all time, but it's not a accurate or rousing war movie, so I would give it a B.
Give it a B. Okay. Static, have you seen it?
Nope.
Copa?
I agree with everything Mike said, but I'm giving it an A just because of how highly entertaining it is. Once again, you have Steve McQueen in there, and he is just entertaining to watch. He's always Mr. Cool, right? Yeah. So,
they call him the Cooler King.
Yeah. So I give it an A. It's just an excellent piece of entertainment.
Okay. Get back here. Hunt for Red October. Loved it. I wouldn't say quite S tier, but I'll put it at an A. Joker?
Just compared to all what's up there right now, I would have to put this as a B. It's a very enjoyable film. I like it. You know, the James Earl Jones, Sam Neill, Sean Connery, and Alec Baldwin. Sure. Just it was a fun film. It was a easy film to watch. But when you're measuring it up against what we have up here already, it's a B.
Okay. Mike?
Yeah, I would give it a B as well. And I recently watched a French movie called The Wolf's Call. It's about submarine warfare, and it's excellent. It's on Netflix, and I recommend it. But I enjoy The Hunt for Red October, and I've seen it several times. It just doesn't strike me as an outstanding war movie. Well, maybe that's because it's Cold War. It doesn't get into the heat of war. And when you look at something like All Quiet on the Western Front, which is just jaw-dropping cinematography-wise, and also 1917, which has to be mentioned in the same paragraph. You look at that and you wonder, how did they film it? But it also, because it's so gripping. For those who haven't seen 1917, it's about World War I, and it appears to be done in one continuous take.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah, I can't believe nobody got that to me. I didn't think of it either, but we didn't get that one on the list. But yeah, that's a good one. And
wait, 1917 is not on the list?
No.
I thought Static mentioned that. Oh, well.
Oh. He may have, but anyway, it did make it.
Oh, well.
Static. Hunt for Red October.
So I've decided after the show's done, I need to call my dad and ask him why he didn't force me to watch more of these movies with him. Because, a lot of these would have been perfect for him to have done so. And yeah, I have not seen this one.
Okay. Copa.
I give it a B. It's highly entertaining. One of the finer submarine films. And thank God the entire cast got off set when Alec Baldwin was handling a firearm. So it gets a B just for that alone.
Okay. Not my favorite Tarantino movie, but I really liked it, and I don't think dude has had any bad movies. I'm going to put Inglourious Bastard at an A. And let's see here. Shadow agrees with me. Inglourious Bastard. See, So Joker, Shadow knows what he's talking about. What do you think? A, right?
Sure.
Have you seen it?
I've seen most of it. I would give it an A just for the dialogue.
Yes.
I mean, I think the dialogue is great.
We got 2 cannolis now. Look out. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I told you heard his feet a thundering.
Mike, what'd you think of Tarantino's take on World War II?
I give it a B because it's clever and entertaining, but as an accurate picture of war, it's ridiculous.
True. That is true, yes. Static?
That is the exact take why I wanted to do this with Mike Barron.
Okay.
But this might be the only Tarantino film I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Okay. Copa?
And I haven't sat through that.
I have to say as an aside that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is his masterpiece, and I would watch it over and over again.
Oh, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. It's good. But I would say Inglourious Bastards is a C for me.
Really?
Aside from the opening scene with highly tension, a lot of tension going on in that first scene. And the Bear Jew, of course, coming through the tunnel with the bat. And then, of course, taking out Hitler was kind of a ballsy move. And throwing in some David Bowie while you're at it. That's kind of crazy to do. So that was ballsy moves, but I found it boring. I've tried to watch this thing like 3 times and figure out why everybody loves it, and I just can't get into it.
Really?
I just can't. I don't know what it is about this movie.
You're not the only one. Subtle says Inglourious was okay.
Thank you, Subtle. Finally, someone else agrees with me on this one.
Yeah. Doesn't mean you're right. It just means one person.
No, it just means we're forming a gang now.
Jarhead was not as good as Inglourious Bastards, but I think it may have, the way you guys were talking about Good Morning Vietnam may have some similarities to it, but again, I haven't seen Good Morning Vietnam. So let's say C on that one. Joker? Nothing?
I got nothing. Okay.
Mike?
I haven't seen it.
Haven't seen it. Static?
No.
I'm going to give it a B, and I want to watch this one again because I recently watched a Gyllenhaal movie that I thought he wasn't going to pull off, and he did. So I wonder.
Donnie Darko?
No, actually, I think Donnie Darko's overrated. But I watched. I might have just overwatched it, and I was just like, okay, I'm done with Donnie Darko. But
yeah.
I remember really liking this movie back when it came out, so that's why I'm going to give it a B. And I'm curious if I wouldn't like it more now because Gyllenhaal actually did a better job than I remember. The movie I was talking about was Southpaw.
Yeah, he was good in that. And Nightcrawler, he was like crazy good in that.
You mean
one.
Southpaw starring Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah.
That's a great boxing movie.
Yeah, that's my favorite boxing movie.
He has an MMA movie coming out here soon too. I saw some promos of it. Yeah,
it's a Roadhouse remake. That's right.
Well, that's not the MMA movie I was thinking about, but dear God, let's not. Can we get a Indiegogo funding to stop the Roadhouse from being made?
Yeah, that was another one of those war where it's just like you're just kind of sitting there doing nothing for the vast majority, just waiting for something to happen. Where did you say on that one, Copa?
So I give it a C. Man, I kind of want to give it a B because you go into that movie thinking you're seeing a war film, and technically you are. But it is the tragedy of the Marine who does not get to kill in combat when he is promised that. He's promised combat, and every time he almost reaches combat, it's already been taken care of, whether by the Air Force or an A-10 Warthog or tankers. So it's really the tragedy of a Marine who doesn't get to kill. And so that's a fascinating story to be telling, and I really enjoy that aspect of it. But I give it a C.
Okay. All right. Last Samurai. I may have liked it more than most. I don't know. I wouldn't say S tier, but definitely I'd put it at an A. Mike, what do you think about Last Samurai?
B.
B?
Yeah.
Why is it a B for you? I'm just curious.
Well, it's because it's the representation of the Great White Hope going over there to Japan and I didn't feel it was very accurate.
Now, did you think that he was going over to show them how to war, or they got to exchange the ideas of what warring is?
They exchanged ideas. And I've seen it a couple of times because I like the martial sequences, but it just pales in comparison. For me, the best war movies are about tactics, where you see how they win battles by planning ahead of time. And one of the greatest movies, which would certainly be in the S class, is Red Cliff. It's a Chinese movie. Have you seen it?
Yes. Yeah, yes, it's John Woo, I believe.
Yes, it's John Woo's masterpiece, and it's absolutely brilliant. And I could watch that over and over again. And I think that most war movies have to deal with tactics. Certainly All Quiet on the Western Front did. Apocalypse Now to a certain extent. But all these other movies that we're discussing, they do. Certainly The Dirty Dozen has to do with tactics when they actually storm the Nazi stronghold.
I would argue that All Quiet on the Western Front is the movie about lack of tactics. It's like the antithesis of tactics, right?
Okay.
It's just your side sends your men over, and then their side sends their men over, and we all shoot each other in the middle.
Yeah. That's a sharp observation.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
We don't like to give him compliments, but that one was good. Not a good one. Lawrence of Arabia, like I said in the chat, guys, that was.
Wait.
Whoa. What?
We didn't get to go yet, man.
Well, you haven't seen any of these. Static.
I've seen Last Samurai.
Okay.
Somehow.
Where do you think that should go?
Somehow this movie seems to find its way on my TV every so often, and I'm always like, eh. And then I end up being way more entertained than I thought I would have been. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to give it an A.
Moving it up an A. Okay. And Copa, you said A, right?
Yeah, I give it an A. I understand what Mike's saying, but I also see how it's almost like
I don't know if anybody wants to see that.
I want to see. No, we do not. A lot of hair just popping out.
Okay, that's too much. I will meet you so fast, Copa.
Okay.
It's a hairy situation.
Anyways, yeah, I'd say it's
Joker. Have you seen it?
I have a long time ago. Kind of has a Dances with Wolves feel as well, but beautifully shot. So I would say an A. It's fine.
An A. Okay.
Yeah, it's I would definitely. I would definitely
got enough to move it up to an A on that one.
I would definitely recommend this film.
Okay. So we're about halfway now. Is there anything that needs to move up or down now that we've kind of got a pretty good system in place?
I don't know. I'm kind of feeling this list so far.
Yeah, I'm fine with
it. It feels good.
No complaints about what's that?
I got to bail soon.
Oh, okay. How long you got?
20 minutes.
20 minutes. Okay. Well,
hey, we could just flash right through these other ones then. But I like the list so far.
Well, I was going to say, is there any ones that Mike would want to talk about particularly?
Right.
Yeah, Lawrence of Arabia, which is at the very apex.
Sure. Well, I told you guys in the chat, I tried to watch this, and it was like 30 minutes of walking camels, and I couldn't. Oh, I just couldn't do it, man.
Dude.
I couldn't do it. So I'm going to sit this one out. Mike, where do you think? It sounds like you want to put it in S tier?
Absolutely. I think it's the greatest war film of all time. And it's all about tactics.
Okay.
When they take Aqaba from the land, I mean, that whole scene there. I am a river to my people.
No prisoners.
No prisoners.
Damn right.
Looks like
Moses
Static's
was
out.
a prophet and beloved of God.
And nothing is written.
We are far from.
Yeah, Avatar had that same kind of feel with Last Samurai and Dance.
I said what I said.
Shadow does not approve of what you said, though.
I don't care.
Hey, Jana's here.
Jana! Hi, Jana.
Right. Copo, what do you think of Lawrence of Arabia?
Lawrence of Arabia is absolutely S tier. Mike hits the nail right on the head. It's where you root all your epics that you get now. So you wouldn't have anything like Lord of the Rings if it wasn't for Lawrence of Arabia shining a light on how to do films like that. 100% an S tier. It doesn't go anywhere for me. I could watch it anytime, any day.
Okay. Shadow says, I don't think JB likes me very much. Can't imagine why.
Shush.
Oh, I think we can come up with something. Joker, have you seen it?
I have not, but everything I have heard, I am not going to dispute Mike and Copa here. So by default, it's going S tier.
Okay. All right, Mike. Any of these other ones down here you wanna rank?
Well, Letters from Iwo Jima is highly memorable. Lone Survivor is great too. Platoon is great. Zulu is right under Lawrence of Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
300 is a comic book.
300 is a comic book. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
It's about the best movie you're going to get from Hell's Gate until they
guys discuss for a while.
Until they do like an adaptation of Gates of Fire by Stephen Pressfield, right? Have you read Pressfield's Gates of Fire, Mike?
No.
Okay,
I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, so Gates of Fire is more about, you know how in 300 they're telling the tale from just trying to rouse the troops? The tale in the book, Gates of Fire, is more from a captor, and Xerxes wants to know who this King Leonidas is. And instead of just telling the tale of who King Leonidas is in the book, he goes through not every single one, but all the major key players in the 300 Spartans, the Spartan way of life, how the Spartans became such a militarized nation. It's a fascinating book, and I think it would serve well to adapt more so than 300.
I'm sure it would. It reminds me of the great historical novelist Con Iggulden, who writes about that period, about Athens, Greece, and Sparta. His 5-book history of Genghis Khan is one of the greatest things I've ever read. Historical fiction.
What was that book called?
The book I would start with is Wolves of the Plains, which is the first book in the Genghis Khan series.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to check that out. Wolves of the Plains.
Interesting. Jana agrees with our rankings, you guys, so we can continue. Thank you.
Okay, great.
Okay. Except
yeah.
for Deer Hunter, that's below F tier. Do you need to go have a talk with your wife, Copa?
No, she watched. I took her to the theaters once to see that, and she said, "How dare you? Never again."
And then married you. So
then married me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to see who I was dealing with.
So
and now you know. And you married her.
Yeah. Okay. So Mike, sounds like he's got to go here in a little bit. Do you want to promote your stuff again? I got it back up here.
I appreciate that, Tyler, but I think that you've already devoted a very generous amount of time to my books. Anyhow, if you're interested in The Private American, you can find it at theprivateamerican.com. And the reason you would support this book is because it's the most entertaining comic you're going to read all year. It just happens to be about the southern border, which got me in a world of shit. But the world of shit helped us promote it, and now we're doing better than ever.
Okay.
Because it's the southern border, and we're not supposed to discuss that. It's a forbidden topic.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
No, but you have the guts to do it, and that's what I love about it, is the fact that you went there.
I'm just a writer.
And what's the main guy's name?
Marcos Zamora.
Marcos Zamora, yeah. Okay.
Cuban American and more patriotic than you.
That's right.
A lot of them are.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, it's a great character. It's great to have his background as Cuban American because most of them are more patriotic than.
That's right, and that's the one group. That's the one group that Democrats
Shadow says
don't
he's going to be taking a look
at
your Private American book there. Shadow's going to take a look. Thanks for taking a look at that, buddy. Yes, Three Kings is on the list.
I just got my copy, and ever since Ripaverse, I've been going broke on independent comics, and I kind of love it.
What did you just get?
I got your book, The Private American.
Oh, nice.
Oh, well, thank you.
Every fentanyl bust at the border. Yeah, every bust at the border leads to more Private American sales. That's probably not wrong.
No, but I mean, you're writing someone who's like a Dirty Harry-esque, but he's
absolutely
he's just a private citizen who's not taking any more crap. He sees what's
That's
going
right.
on, and he's taking up arms himself because no one else is doing anything.
And you said that's coming out pretty soon, right? That's shipping pretty
It's
soon.
going to the printer this week or next.
Fantastic.
Okay. Sweet. So, guys, get your orders in.
Go pick up this man's book.
Shadow says the A cover is dope. I think that's the one I got too. Yeah.
Thank you, Shadow. We also have a Steve Rude cover and a Dan Lawless cover.
Yeah, I like that Lawless cover.
Cool. You can buy them all. Buy them all.
That's great.
Anything else you wanted to promote there, Mike, before you take off?
Nah. Keep my grovels.
Hi.
Read my novels. This is my wife, Ann.
Hi, Ann.
Now I got to go, guys.
Okay,
Yeah.
man.
When
Thanks
the
for-
wife- when the
Thank
wife
you
comes
for
in.
having me.
Thanks for
Thank you
stopping
for
It was a
by.
pleasure.
Thanks, man.
Have
Take
a good
care.
one.
That was
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. That was Mike Barrett.
Damn.
Mike Barron, guys.
The one and only.
He was talking to
Florida
our
man.
faces.
He was.
Do what?
He was talking right to our faces.
Yeah, that's right. Right to our freaking face holes. How
Wow.
about that?
Wow.
Florida Man Chronicle. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. And I didn't even know about all the stuff when I got Florida Man. Like I said, I walked in the comic book shop and there was a dude riding an alligator. That was it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all I need.
What
Yeah.
else do you need
Yeah.
to know?
Exactly.
And
He
he's got like an infinite amount of supply of character stuff with
Mhm.
Florida Man. All he has to do is open up a paper.
Yeah, just open up a paper every week. Yeah.
Open a local Florida paper and go, oh, okay, yeah, I can write that.
Local Tampa paper.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks like he's got a bunch of full-length novels too.
Yeah, he mentioned that.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So letters from Iwo Jima. Where would you think on that? Static? Have you seen it?
Sounds very sad.
Okay. Thank you for that. Copa?
Yeah, I give it an A. So this is the sister film to Flags of Our Fathers, as I said before. And what's interesting with this one is you get to see the side of the Japanese. And like I said, when we put out our films, we always have
What's up, Bradley?
our enemies like steely-eyed and they're just murderous ramp, especially with the Japanese. They were like no holds bar. They're always doing suicide missions on us. But this side paints a different portrait. They were just as scared as we were on that island.
I don't know if I've seen you guys disagree on anything. Canoli says letters is trash.
They disagreed on something last week too. I can't remember what it was though.
Well, Canoli got hit in the head.
Wow. Canoli, did you get hit in the head? Shots fired.
Yeah, he got hit in the head. He doesn't know. He doesn't know about Iwo Jima.
Thanks for placing an order, bud.
Shut up.
I'm sure it'll be good. I've read some of his other stuff. I'm sure it'll be
It
good.
sounds fun as hell.
Yeah. JV, what do you think about it? Let us.
I don't.
You don't. Okay, so we're just deferring to Cope on this one. Actually,
Yeah,
I may go with Canoli
So-
here.
Who's writing the letters and where are they going?
The letters are from the Japanese and they're going to his wife. One of the Japanese soldiers and they're going to his wife.
Okay.
Is there another Talgate tonight?
It opens up with this. They're both digging their graves and they're digging their graves. Two Japanese guys have been ordered by the commanding officer to dig their own graves, and that's it. That's all you need to know. So they're just out of their minds, fearful about what's coming from the American side.
Bradley's coming in with a hot take. Says with all the S rankings, we need an S plus for Kwai and Apocalypse.
I agree with you, Bradley.
And Dust Boot.
See, Canoli didn't. I knew Canoli didn't disagree.
Right.
Yeah, he said, actually, sorry, it was Flags that was bad.
Oh, okay. Well, he changed his story after you got mad at him. I think that's what happened.
Well, you got Daddy needs to spank him.
You almost had to get off camera there for a second. Tell him what's what. Lone Survivor was. I mean, I don't think it was. Yeah, I mean, probably about a C. Static, have you seen that one?
I know nothing about Marky Mark in a war.
And I don't want to.
Don't. Okay. Copa, what do you think about Lone Survivor?
Yeah, I thought it was a B. I mean, it was a great Survivor tale.
Okay.
It's a great behind the enemy lines survivor tale. Who knows how real it was, them falling down the mountains as much as they did.
Mm-hmm.
They should.
It was like half the movie.
Like half the movie is four men fall down a mountain with rifles. But yeah.
Well, then, if we're talking survival behind the enemy lines, I'm going to go with stealth because Jessica Biel in North Korea was just amazing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was so highly forgettable. I forgot what stealth was until you said Jessica Biel. You said Jessica Biel. I was like, oh yeah, that movie. Isn't that Jamie Foxx as well?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see here. Bradley's got a
stealth
Picard review coming up. That'll be up soon, so go check that out on Mr. Burnett's channel. Nice. Crimson Tide.
See, I'm telling you, it should have been on the list.
It's just a military movie.
It's not a
war film.
Like,
who are they warring against? What's the war against?
Except for Stripes, which I forgot to.
And neither was Hunt for Red October either.
It was Cold War.
That was Cold War era.
Yeah.
No.
It's the Cold. I'm sorry, Joker. It's
Crimson.
the Cold what? It's the Cold what?
Cold War.
Okay, War. Thank you. Yeah.
What about
Master and Commander? I freaking love this one.
I wasn't.
I wouldn't. What?
I wasn't.
Go ahead.
No, it's good. I'm good.
Go.
You've
Joker,
made the JV mad. You have pissed him off. Joker, finish what you had to say about
the thing. The thing about Crimson Tide is that you've got this very, again, it's a submarine film. It's very close quarters, and you've got this situation where they have orders, and then they were going to get a new set of orders, but due to circumstances, it doesn't come all the way through. So you got the captain of the boat who is like, we go with our standing orders. You got the executive officer who is like, it's our obligation to find out what our new orders are, and they're both right at the same time. So it's this conflict that goes on throughout the show, and it's just really well done.
Oh, I agree. It's well done. I just don't think you can classify it really. I mean, it's definitely a military movie, but
I'm going to have a rebuttal here, which is wrong. Now, here's why it's not a war film. It does not take place during the Cold War. It takes place in a fictionalized part of post-Cold War, where a radical Russian takes over like a nuclear silo or whatever, and he's threatening to fire off the nuclear weapons. And so that's how they get their orders. The war or conflict is between Gene Hackman's character and his exo, Denzel Washington. That's where the war and the conflict come, is how do they interpret their
just between
orders.
Those two. Yeah.
It's just between those two. It has no conflict between an outer force and exterior force. It's just what's happening inside the sub.
I mean, it's a good movie. I'm not.
Oh, it's a fantastic
not arguing
film.
that. I'm just as far as like a war movie. I mean, you got to put the line somewhere, and I think that was kind of
okay.
I have
fair enough.
And again, there's a lot of war movies that didn't make the list just because we only have a limited amount of time. So.
I have a question on if this would be a war film.
Did Targaryens get what they deserve?
No.
Maybe? No? Okay.
So would movies like Independence Day and Edge of Tomorrow be war movies?
No. Those are sci-fi films.
Yeah. I agree.
Sci-fi war movies?
Sure, sci-fi.
Yeah.
Well,
I agree with Hope on that.
Well, what about Star Wars? It has wars in the title.
No, it does have. Oh, damn it! He got me. Son of a bitch! I didn't see that. He's playing 40 chess over there. Yeah. So Master and Commander. Canoli said S tier. I think S tier. I love this one. Let me get back here. What do you guys think? Static, Master and Commander.
I don't remember this one. This was after Gladiator, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't see this because I loved Gladiator, and I would have just been like, yeah, all in.
You're the reason why we don't have 20 other Master and Commander films.
Probably
me too.
Because everybody says that. Like, I don't remember seeing this one.
Yeah. I didn't either, but then I saw it again, and I was like, oh, yeah.
It's a fantastic film.
Starship Troopers is not a war movie.
Yeah, it actually is.
Well, I'll give him that one.
Yeah, Dr. Strangelove didn't make it either.
Yeah, what the hell?
We got a whole section here of the what did I miss? We'll get to that.
Okay.
Cannoli says S tier. Anyway, Master and Commander. Copa, what do you think about Master and Commander?
Oh, it's 100% S tier. Beautifully shot, beautifully acted. Fantastic story. I wish the entire 26 book series was made after this one was put out there. But
wow,
since we only get this one, total S tier.
How long are those books?
I'm not sure. I want to say they're at least 300 to 400 pages each.
Okay.
And there's at least 20 in the series.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to see more 20.
I've done a couple 12-book series, but they were not that long even.
Okay. Joker, Master and Commander.
Haven't seen it, but I get an S from you, an S from Copa, and an S from and also a recommended from a good friend, Magic Tech Mags. Also says an S tier, so I will defer to you guys. So S tier.
And Cannoli back again with the S. We got the S tier. We got it, buddy. Don't worry. It's all right. Take a breath. We're good. The Patriot was not S tier. I think it's is a whole lot of the America, but mainly just mid. Static, what do you think about the Patriot?
The Patriot? I'm S on the Patriot.
Not Tom Brady, the movie The Patriot.
What?
I think the guy who's leading the show is a commie bastard.
Yeah, I
think he's a redcoat son of a bitch.
I'm S on the Patriot, and
S?
I actually kind of got upset watching it because talking about, you know, how they were putting up their lives for freedom and everything, and now we've got so many people these days willing to give up freedom for safety and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, just
because people do that now doesn't mean that movie was good.
But the movie did such a good job portraying that message of the sacrifice for the freedoms and everything.
Jana, stop it.
Yes, Major Payne is total S tier.
It is S tier.
Okay, so you think S tier?
Yeah.
Were you done?
For now.
Okay. Copa, what do you think about the Patriot?
S tier.
Oh, guys, come
on. Until you give me a better Revolutionary War film, this is like the Revolutionary War film. And I'm not saying just because it's the Revolutionary War. Even if it was just a standalone film, you have a wonderful bad guy, very minimal romance. I might actually give it an A now that I think about it, because that romance that they do try to sneak in there is total horseshit. If they chop that away, it would be a total S.
There's a lot of liberties taken with this movie.
Yeah, I don't care about the liberties.
I believe that was established earlier on the Gibson. That's what Gibson does.
Yes.
Right. So, but I will give it an A if they put out an edit where they take away that romance.
God, shut you here.
S. God, he keeps interrupting.
I know.
I don't mind that take from him though at all.
Oh no, Static's mic's got muted. Oh no. Joker, I'll move it. Oh, you said A, didn't you, Static?
No,
I said S. He said A.
Okay, Joker, what do you think?
Said A.
I'm gonna say B. This is American Braveheart done way worse, and I didn't enjoy this film.
Okay.
He has tomahawks, dude. What's wrong with you?
Suicide of the right-hand man.
A lot,
right?
According
to me, yeah, but
according to my
actually happened.
According
the love story
to my shrink, a lot is wrong with me.
I'll put it at A because you guys had it quite a bit higher, but it makes the church burning so much more poignant. Yeah, I mean that didn't happen though.
I had to look up who played the first son that died because I thought it was James McAvoy. I was like, what?
Heath Ledger?
No, the first son that died, the younger one.
The one that took the bullet in the front yard.
Yeah. But no, it turns out that kid went on to produce episodes of Superman and Lois.
Oh, really? S tier. No, nowhere near S tier.
Yeah.
Jenna's got to go.
You're going to have to go back and watch your takes on Braveheart.
It's her great uncle?
Oh.
Is she related to him or something?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah, her mother's side is the Wallaces.
It's an S tier. I don't know what she's.
Wow.
It doesn't get much higher. Patton, I haven't seen, but that is next on the list. Static, have you seen it?
I saw this in church.
Nice.
Yeah.
I want to go to your church.
I had a youth pastor that was obsessed with Patton, and I was probably 15, 16 years old, and I'm going to give it a C because it was played up a little too much and it was kind of boring, but it was interesting with what the youth pastor was trying to like show through the movie and everything. So
he showed the whole movie or a clip?
The whole thing. It was the whole damn thing.
Wow. Jana, who left already, says S tier. Copa, what do you think?
S tier. It's a fantastic film, perfectly acted, wonderfully written by Francis Ford Coppola. Brilliant.
This is George C. Scott, right?
Yeah, George C. Scott. Yes. So I give it's an S tier for me.
Joker?
I haven't seen it, so I got nothing.
Okay.
It's very true. He was killed by public transportation because he was not wearing his seatbelt, kids.
Okay.
Which seatbelt laws are stupid.
Seatbelt laws are stupid. I don't need the government telling me what I need to do.
Right. We've got enough science out there to prove whether or not to put one on or not.
Right. Yeah. I'm going to go all patriot about seatbelt laws. Just tomahawking some government redcoats.
Okay. Copa, what do you think about Platoon?
Man, I'm going to give it a B. Actually, I'll give it an A. I'll give it an A. I don't know. Like, it's hard for me to enjoy this film because of the way Oliver Stone portrayed the platoon. But at the same time, Oliver Stone did go to war. He did go to Vietnam. So
kind of cool. I guess Suttle's grandfather met Patton in Africa.
Oh, nice, dude.
Wow.
Is his grandfather Rommel the Nazi general?
Hopefully he was subtle about it.
Okay. So yeah, I give it an A. I put it at an A just because of Oliver Stone. Well, yeah. Like,
look, Cannoli and Copa agree. Oh.
It's so that ending too of them getting the napalm strike dropped right on top of them, and that's what saves Charlie Sheen. Is kind of a Deus Ex Machina that I can't really get behind.
What is FMJ?
Full Metal Jacket.
Oh, okay, yeah. I agree. It's better. Yeah,
I'm keeping it as a B. I've worked through it. Yeah, okay. I worked through it. It's a B.
Joker, what do you think about Platoon?
For the time, this was the big. I believe this was the big Oscar winning film that for that year. Just what I heard, what Oliver Stone had to go through, he would be setting up for a shot, and then the Marines would get called on a assignment, and they would literally have to leave. So he's like, well,
it was like active military he was filming with.
Yeah,
really. Wow.
Mm-hmm. I'd say a B. I mean, Oliver Stone's well known for his takes on the U.S. military, so they're not always the most kind. So I'd say
Rommel was actually sick in Germany when Patton was in North Africa. He says Shadow says he knows his history. And this is subtle. I guess talking about his grandfather, he talked about Patton reading Rommel's books.
And look at that, outfoxed him and Tinkle. Look at that little double entendre. Outfoxed the desert fox.
Wow.
I see what he did there. He's a clever He's a clever little fellow there.
Yes,
all right.
He's so subtle about it.
Platoon. Static. Nothing on it? All right, we'll leave that at a B then and move on to Saving Private Ryan. So I put it, that opening part is S tier, but the rest of it, it kind of drags it down. So I say it's an A Copa, what do you think about Saving Private Ryan?
I think it's an S tier. The film is like built so weirdly, but it somehow it all works. I think the only part for me that drags is when we go back home and they get all the letters, and then they talk about how they got to pull Ryan out of there and they got to get, you know, the Rangers going, and then we cut back to, you know, D-Day +1, and that's when it kicks off again. I think it's a rock solid S tier film. It's one of the greatest war films of all time, and it's a technical achievement all around of how war was portrayed.
It was very accurately portrayed in the
the use of long lenses as they were attacking the beach, and all those battle sequences. What they did, stopping down the cameras to get that effect of seeing a lot of action and movement as people ran through or dirt was getting kicked up. Mm-hmm. Fantastic stuff. Or taking the rings off the lenses and filing them down so you get that like hazy look. If you see like a lot of lens flares in there, it's just because, you know, they were kind of trying to emulate old war cameras, like guys who would go in and shoot some film of
like documentary.
For newsreels.
Yeah.
So I think it was a fantastic, brilliant war film.
I mean, that's you're talking about mainly just the invasion part, right? Not after they get there.
No, after they get there too. So
you think after they get there, still S tier?
Oh yeah.
I think it bogs down after that, but that's me. Joker, what do you think?
The grenade fight sequence, the little French village sequence of the sniper duel, then taking a little breather to kind of learn about everybody in the church and stuff like that. That was a fantastic little piece of exposition without really being exposition. Fantastic stuff.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Joker, what did you think of Saving Private Ryan?
Kind of like what Copa said. That opening shot is just chaos, and it really shows chaos extremely well. When they're pinned down by the sniper, it's a great scene. And kind of when Tom Hanks just said, if finding this Ryan, whoever it is, gets me one step closer to going home, then that's my job. So just good little dialogues. So I would say an S tier film.
Okay. Static.
So I'm at an A as well. I thought it was a little slow. Now, I did watch this right after Black Hawk Down, and that movie just doesn't fucking stop. So that might have something to do with it. But I thought it was a little slow. I like it. And then also I forgot, what's his name? The first Private Ryan that they save.
James?
Dude from Firefly was in it.
You mean James Francis or James Francis Ryan from Iowa? He's like, no, James Francis Ryan from New York.
Yeah.
Tell me if my brother's dead.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He's 12. He doesn't even know how to drive. Yeah, they had a lot of good cameos in there too. You had Ted Danson. You had what was it? Nathan Fillion is who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Who else? Paul Giamatti was a cameo in that.
Yep.
Dennis Farina was a cameo in that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Dennis Farina, man, that's a blast.
Yeah, it had a star-studded cast. Like there was so many names.
I also like the fact that they took time to build mystery around Captain Miller, you know, Tom Hanks's character. They built mystery on his backstory. So when we finally get to it, it really hits home. He's just a normal dude. You know, he was an English teacher and he taught, and he was a coach for baseball. He's just trying to get home to his wife, and just like
there's not just some huge patriotic thing. Just
just like Joker said, he's like, hey man, if finding Private Ryan earns me a ticket home to get back to my wife and pruning her rose bushes, that's what I'm doing. And absolutely, I'm with Joker on that one. A poignant scene.
Bradley's got a good point. Vin Diesel, one of his first roles.
Also
in that. Yeah.
Yeah. When he died, the last thing he said was, Press F
Family.
family. This is for family. Send this to family. Send my letter to family.
I hadn't even heard of this one, Copa. Where does Stalag 7 go?
S tier.
17. S tier?
Yeah. So it's a perfect blend of comedy and drama. This is a prisoner of war film, and it's a bunch of Americans. What's fascinating about this one is that their camp, Stalag 17, is right next to the camp for the Russians. The Russians are treated more like shit, which is just an incredible little thing. And then you have a mystery surrounding all of this, which is someone's ratting them out about them escaping prison, about escaping Stalag 17. So then it turns into kind of to this mystery thriller of, well, who's ratting us out? Fantastic film. All around. It's a genre bender. Most definitely a comedy, but it has these other elements that it touches into, and it's just...
When did this come out?
53, I believe.
Okay.
It stars William Holden, and Billy Wilder directs it.
And it's set in World War II?
It's set in World War II. It's set in a German camp called Stalag 17.
Well, that's a good name for it. Have you two seen it?
Oh.
No? Okay. We'll just defer to you on the S tier then. Okay.
Bradley is right. He's Stalag. That's right. And it's
this is America, Bradley, and it's Stalag.
Stalag, dude.
Like the things that are hanging from the ceiling. It's a Stalag. It's 17 of those Stalags up there.
And they do take stalactites and melt them down for water at one point.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it totally inspired Hogan's Heroes too. So if you're a fan of Hogan's Heroes,
so sounds like Stripes.
I know nothing. I see nothing. We're actually going to rank Stripes in this shit. You know what? If we're doing Stripes, then
it's a Bill Murray movie, so it's not going to get any higher.
That's
than
unfair
a C for me.
Because if we're doing Stripes,
that's
then we
biased.
better do.
You're biased.
Yeah, totally. Because you better do Crimson Tide then.
Trash. I don't have the little length thing for it. We can get to that when I get to the what did I miss, and we already did Crimson Tide. But if we do Stripes, Copa, what do you think?
What it sets out to achieve, which is a comedy. The first half is great. It's so funny. I mean, it has me in tears. It's so funny. But then it does this weird switch where it turns into like a gung-ho war film. We got to save some people behind enemy lines. That was weird. So I give it a C.
That's right. I forgot about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joker?
Probably the same. It's a C. I mean, it's not meant to be. It's not meant to be taken. It's not meant to be taken seriously. It's a comedy. So yeah,
it's about a C.
And it achieves that.
A little razzle dazzle.
Static. What do you think?
I haven't seen it forever. I wasn't gonna grade it. I didn't think it made the list. But I forgot that it does kind of take that weird serious turn there.
Okay. Yeah. Three Kings, I think, was better than those three down there, so I'd put it at about a B. Joker?
Didn't see it.
You haven't seen Three Kings? What?
Why? Why would I see that?
Wow. Static, have you seen it?
Who's in this movie?
Ice Cube, George Clooney.
There you go.
Spike.
There's
Jones.
a reason. There's a reason right there.
Directed it, right?
You know,
no,
I think I've seen this,
David
but I don't remember a damn thing about it. Is this like
good
Red
flick,
Planet?
man? It's a good flick during the Gulf War.
Yeah.
Copa?
So this is actually a remake of a movie that should have been on this list, which is Kelly's Heroes, because Kelly's Heroes is all about Kelly, who's played by Clint Eastwood, gathers
super 90s movie. Yes,
what, Three Kings? So Kelly's Heroes is the same thing as Three Kings, and Three Kings is about what a bunch of guys figure out there's a bunch of Kuwaiti gold that Saddam is stashing.
Mm-hmm.
I found it entertaining. I give it a B.
Again, I don't know if that really qualifies as a war movie, but we got Good Morning Vietnam and other stuff on here. So
well, they still have to fight some of Saddam's forces to get to that gold.
That's true. Yeah.
Back to that. What is a war movie? What about Men Who Stare?
Okay.
Well, who are they? Who it's just men versus goats. So
yeah, I don't know.
No.
I'm just throwing it out there. Like these
So-
weird military like movies that aren't exactly like war movies. I don't know. Just trying to find.
Yeah,
the line.
there's
Then why is the Wonder Woman woman not on this list?
Is that a war
Good
film?
point.
First one.
Oh yeah, it's a war flick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it
Takes
is.
place quite a bit in World War
One.
Is she fighting these Germans in that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's
Man,
also
that movie is so damn forgettable for me.
What? Oh, that one was great. The second
The
one,
third
on the
act-
other hand.
Now the third act, I will agree with you. The first act 1 and act 2 are amazing.
I do remember her
The
charging,
war is only the third act, isn't it?
but I do remember her charging a bunker with her shield
Yeah.
and taking rounds.
There's quite a
off
bit
it.
of fighting.
No Man's
war
Land, yeah.
fighting in that one. Yeah.
Yep.
The No Man's Land. We Were Soldiers. I've seen this. I don't remember it though, but Joker, do you?
Nope.
No. Static?
I don't know.
Copa, do you remember this one?
Oh yeah, totally.
Mel Gibson movie.
Eight tier. It's about the first.
tier? Okay.
Yeah, it's about the first skirmish in Vietnam between the Americans and the Vietnamese. There's just a couple parts in there that bring it down from an S tier. So yeah, it's going to land in an A.
Is it the love story stuff?
It's a love. Yeah, it's all the love story stuff. He falls in love with a Vietnamese girl in the middle of a rice paddy. Strange.
Shocking.
What?
In the middle of a skirmish.
Okay.
Wrong.
Is We Were Soldiers the one with the photographer?
Yes, honey.
Yes.
The one with the
Jenna, it is.
photographer.
It says
Yes.
here. Shadow, thanks for stopping by. Bye, bud. We will see you. Joker says he's gonna miss you until he sees you again.
No,
He's gonna miss your musk, is what he said. Zulu, man, I saw this in high school and I don't remember anything about it. Joker, did you see Zulu?
Are we talking the TV the mini series? Shaka Zulu?
No.
No, this is
No.
a different one.
Different thing.
But based on the same thing though?
No, so Zulu is about a bunch of Zulu warriors who are attacking, like 1,000 or so Zulu warriors are attacking this encampment of
the
British troops.
Yeah.
And there's only like 50 of them. It's almost like the Alamo. It's like our Alamo.
Little bit, but it's got a British in it. It does.
But it's got them red
seen
cups in it.
Chip,
Haven't seen
cheerio. Okay. Static, have you seen Zulu?
I've never even heard of this one before.
Copa?
S. It's
Really?
an S tier. Oh yeah. It's about resilience, restraint, and the British stiff upper lip. It's good. It's
Stiff
excellent.
upper lip.
This was after the Revolutionary War, wasn't it?
I'm not too
Yes,
sure.
this I know it has Michael Caine in it. Yeah.
Yes, it has Michael Caine.
Hey.
Hello.
Some
I'm
men
Michael
just want to
Caine.
watch the world burn, they do.
Oh yes, we do.
You bloody blow the doors off the hinges.
She was playing with a ruby the size of a tangerine.
Tangerine.
We plagued the
Ruprecht.
village.
Apocalypto, no, that's not considered a war movie.
It's just a Mel Gibson movie.
Isn't Zulu a Disney movie with a sloth? That's Zootopia.
That's Zootopia.
Close.
Close, very close.
Noli says also S tier. I think he's talking about Zulu on that. Okay, 300. I'd put it at an A. I like it. It's just the creative filmmaking and all that. I'd put it an A. Joker.
It's a good film when Zack Snyder actually follows the source material. And this is where we kind of because we had seen The Watchmen before, and we see a lot of Zack Snyder's slow-mo fight scenes. If it wasn't for the performance of Gerard Butler, this film is forgettable. It's enjoyable, so I give it a B.
Okay. Static.
I'm S. I love 300. I haven't read the book, but like it does this weird like thing where it puts me back in like my Bible study days.
Dude, you go to an awesome church. What are they doing over there?
Yes, what's going on over there?
But like,
hey, today's a double feature. Patton and 300, guys.
They do church different in Arizona.
No. Xerxes is in the damn Bible. Like,
right.
Yeah. So like, and the way that they portray Xerxes and how he's got like this crazy army and all these different waves of everything that they go through, the brotherhood that's involved in all of that, the way that the movie looks, like the way that I don't know what the hell you call it, but you know, they did this thing to it and they made it look kind of gross, but it's cool.
Love
like
it.
I love 300. I've been trying to pick up Steelbook. I refused. People are asking $300 the last time I looked. I won't pay that, but yeah.
We got chat's very divided on between B and S tier. A couple A's. I'm kind of all over the place for this one.
I'm just not. I am not a huge Snyder fan, so
okay.
This is where it deviates.
Okay, Copa, what'd you think of 300?
I think it is a B.
You think it's a B? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so highly entertaining, phenomenal watch. Those hot bods. Oh my god. How many dudes? You know, like me and my buddies when we came out of that theater, we're like, hey, let's go freaking work out.
Let's go work out. Yeah.
Let's go get jacked, dude.
Yeah.
And then we figured out what exactly that took, and we're like, never mind. Like, it's cool.
I remember looking up the workout for that.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh yeah, never mind.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't beat a tire for 5 hours. So
Bradley, write those two in the chat. We'll go over them here. Okay. So any of these we want to move up or down, or
I feel like Stripes needs to be down and off the list, but
down in the F.
Yeah.
Okay,
and I still think that full metal jacket needs to go into S tier.
S. Yep.
Yeah, I think it kind of belongs with these up here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. Static, you got anything against that?
Moving that up? No, not at all.
All right,
I want to say I've ranked it S.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, Static. Man, quit yelling at me. Static's being mean.
Ooh, that's a good looking list.
That is not a bad list. Yeah,
that list looks ripped, like 300 ripped.
Let's see here.
Previous list.
The two that he was talking about were Heartbreak Ridge and Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge, yeah.
Never saw them.
Hacksaw Ridge was good. I don't know about the Heartbreak Ridge.
Heartbreak Ridge is with Clint Eastwood, and it's when we invaded Grenada, and that works. So he's a Marine, and man, you want to talk to some Marines? That's one of their favorite characters to watch. Yo. So yeah,
Vex, you got to let us know the quality of the list here.
Yeah, what does Vex think of the list? Should probably just
only half of Full Metal Jacket is good. See,
wow,
I don't disagree with that. But everybody else wanted to do S tier.
That's a trash take.
I'll go with them on. Everybody's happy to see Vex. Hey, all right. Hey, Jenna.
More than
Jenna. Didn't Jenna leave an hour ago?
No, you said she was leaving.
I thought she said she was leaving.
No, you said she was leaving. You keep trying to kick her out.
I would never kick Jenna out. I thought she said she was leaving. Well, welcome back, or thanks for staying. Whatever.
Just sticking around.
Okay, so we got any of those Heartbreak Ridge, Hacksaw Ridge. Any thoughts on that one?
Oh yeah. So I would say Heartbreak Ridge is definitely an A. Hacksaw Ridge is definitely an S.
Okay. Nope, you stick around as long as you want. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'm trying to do the ranking in the chat and everything. I must have just misread something.
The Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. It's not a war movie, but where would we put it?
Yeah, it is a war movie. It is a war movie.
I would say it would be like a B. I say right around B category. What do you guys think? Wonder Woman.
C.
B.
Huh? B. Copa.
D.
Let's see. Mr. Canelli wants to know Jana and no, never mind.
And Jana. Oh yeah, Dunkirk and Doctor Strangelove.
Yes, Dunkirk. What do you guys think about Dunkirk? I would say, I'd say probably B on that one, just because it's not that great. Static?
Haven't seen it.
Copa.
Yeah, I'd give Dunkirk a B. Yeah, I give it a B. It was great. The out of chronological order that you know what you call it always loves to play with, but
no one.
Yeah.
He's a fan of the time movies. Doctor Strangelove. I never saw it, but what do you guys think of that?
I think that's a weird ass name for a war movie.
Cold War.
Oh,
yeah.
Then is it a war movie?
One of the funniest movies you'll ever watch. S tier. That's an S tier
for
film.
Doctor Strangelove.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Spice World. Where would that go on here, you guys?
Oh, S tier.
It doesn't.
For spice. It goes S for spice.
Well, what about Dune then? Dune's a war film
about spice.
It's a sci-fi film, so yeah.
I thought you said Doom though, which with the Rock.
Yeah, no.
I set it up as we speak.
No.
How do you even remember that was a thing?
Because they keep bringing it up every time they're in a chat or stream together. That comes up. Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop. Yeah, that's quite a name right there.
Yeah, it is. It's an excellent film.
It's almost as long as the Birds of Prey name.
What was the Birds of Prey's full title?
The Fantabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn. Or something.
It's the Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of one Harley Quinn.
Of one Harley Quinn. Okay.
Joker, get your woman under control, dude.
She's munching plants at the moment.
Oh yeah, a plant muncher.
How I learned to stop worrying and love the bomb. I guess I left out something there. What about 1917? Where would you put that?
Didn't see it.
I would say A, just because of the creative way it was filmed.
Yeah, I give it an A.
Static, did you see that one?
I heard it's just a lot of running.
It's a lot of running, yeah.
It is a lot of running. There's not much battle to it, actually. Like,
no.
The most battle sequences you got is what was in the trailer.
He's just trying to get a communication from one side of the war to the other, basically.
Right.
Oh, yeah, there's
Tora.
one.
Tora.
Yeah, Tora. I give that a B.
Apparently, Vex does not like our take on Last Samurai.
No.
Yeah, we're not going to move it. I put it at an A, and I wouldn't even go higher with it. A lot of people wanted to go lower. 1917 is an A.
Midway. Wow, there's another one.
Yeah, that one was better than I thought it would be. I'd probably put that one at a B on Midway.
There's plenty of war films we forgot. We forgot Run Silent, Run Deep.
Run Silent, Run Deep. There's a Pearl Harbor.
Yep, Pearl Harbor.
Oh my God. Yeah. That might be the only one that would get a D. I don't. What would you?
We forgot Paths of Glory. Paths of Glory is not on there.
What is that?
Paths of Glory. It's a World War film. World War I film by Stanley Kubrick. Excellent.
And
film.
then you have the movie Glory.
Prequel to Blades of Glory.
Yeah.
Guns of Navarone.
Guns of Navarone.
Haven't heard of that one either. We can forget Pearl Harbor. Yeah.
Yes, we can.
That one was rough.
Red Tails. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Lucasfilm.
Oh, Fury.
Is that a Lucasfilm?
Yep.
Fury. Yeah. That's
Fury.
a good one too.
That was an excellent one too. War Horse, 13 Hours, coming off the top of my head. Dances with Wolves was also a war film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not a good one. I never really enjoyed it.
I don't think Pearl Harbor would get past a D. I don't know. Maybe an F. I don't know.
Star Wars.
Stop it.
War of Stars. Avatar.
Star Trek.
No, that's a trek through the stars. Starring
not a war.
Wars.
Yeah. Glory was another one.
Joker corrected you so damn quick.
Whoa, excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
We're trekking through the stars, not warring through them.
Yeah, that's a good point, Jana. That would definitely balance out the S tiers. Not sure if we need to though, because we had plenty of Fs in other rankings. And
I think this is one of the rare. I think this is probably one of the rare occasions where a genre. Almost there's so many installments in this genre that are S tier. Because generally like I know we've all I know we all agree S tier is something that is not easy to now attain and should be used sparingly, but this is definitely the exception.
Either that or we just don't like comic book movies.
I like comic book movies.
Yeah. Not as much as war movies, apparently.
They're not as good as a lot of the war movies. That's the thing.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I've seen like maybe half of these. So yeah, most of mine, I defer to you guys. Mm-hmm. So I'm just
yeah. I mean, there's definitely some good ones in there, and I haven't seen some of the other ones. So okay. Any other movies we need to go over? Is there any F tier, F as in Foxtrot? Any F tier war movies you guys can think of besides Pearl Harbor?
Yeah, Pearl Harbor is a definite F. Like below F. Like it should never even be.
I agree with Bradley here. We like good comic book movies.
There's another way. There's another other film that what's the one with oh god, it's
with John Cena?
No. This is actually a good war film. The Memphis Belle.
Yeah, that was a good one too. I'd give that a B.
Yeah.
For sure.
What's Gallipoli?
Gallipoli.
That's what I said.
It's a film with Mel Gibson. Peter Weir directed it. Back in the early 80s.
There a romance involved?
I don't think so, no.
Wow.
No, and it's tragic too. It's a tragic.
Subtle's grandpa got some hookups here. He's got some info here. Oh. Yeah, Subtle David sees grandpa.
Subtle's grandpa's been around, man.
I know. Mel's butt is featured in Gallipoli.
Mel.
Yeah, that too.
Oh, Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson. Yeah.
I'm like, who the hell's Mel?
It could be Mel from the Spice Girls too. There's another Mel in there, I think.
Mel C, Mel B.
So, all right. You guys, Joker, what you got coming up, man?
I was going to do a topic for tomorrow's video, but I changed my mind. We're going to go with how Disney is just burning the money and how box office matters and how people who say that they don't care about the box office really should, because without the box office as a metric, their favorite things are going to go away. And then I will be on with Roman of the. I will be on. Yeah. And then I will be on.
She's got jokes.
Then I will be on Thursday with Roman of the Empire, going over the finale of The Last of Us, and then Friday review of Mando season 3, episode 3, and oh boy, I watch it so you don't have to.
True. Is it better than the second one? Mando?
Well,
the third one?
I haven't. It drops tonight at.
Oh, it's not out yet.
So
okay.
Yeah, so I'll be watching it at work tonight.
Wookie says money matters, Joker.
Mm-hmm.
You might say it's show business.
Mm-hmm.
Someone might say that. That person may be me. Static, what you got coming up, bud?
So yeah, like I was saying, I got my prepubescent Mutant Mayhem video out, and I'm going to be making one on Bedrock, the new Flintstones show that was announced over the weekend.
Call me Mr. Flintstone. I can make your bed. Sorry, what?
Oh boy!
Wow.
So when's that? When's the
wow?
You know what? I don't know if they've got dates for it, but I've got Velma 2.0 vibes. That's for sure.
Oh, I thought you were making a. Did you say you're making a video on it?
Yeah.
Bedrock.
Okay. When is this Flintstone dropping?
Yeah.
I don't think they've announced the date. They just
announced... your Flintstone thing.
Oh, my Flintstones. I'm going to start it tonight, and then hopefully.
Oh, okay.
The goal is tomorrow night. The goal is tomorrow night.
Yeah, who cares about when that drops? I want to know when your stuff drops.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Copa, what you got coming up, man?
Oh, yeah. So I got backed up. So I got to flush out.
Too many jokes.
I got to flush out this Mando season 3 episode 2 by like tomorrow, and then the next day I'm probably going to drop the season 3 episode 3 review as well. And then other than that, I got nothing going on.
I was telling you guys backstage, I finished his book. Why not?
Oh yeah,
Wichita.
Yeah.
He's always reminding me.
And it's a good book.
Go pick it up. Well, you think so?
Yeah, liked it.
Oh,
liked it. Like I said, I'm done with that one, so I'm ready for the next one.
Okay.
Now
the title
tomorrow.
Yeah.
So let's get going.
Is it gonna be titled like? Is it gonna be titled like "So Long, Seattle"?
Yeah. It's
Jen, are you still there? You still in chat?
Jan is definitely still in the chat.
Is she?
She's always in the chat.
So that's all you got there, Copa?
Yeah, that's all I got this week.
Okay.
I'm chilling like a villain.
So Sunday we're doing the something Sunday stream, and yes, Jana, thank you. There's no ranking stuff next week. The next one is going to be the ladies on the last Tuesday. I think Jana's going to be there with Mrs. C and some other ladies, and they'll come up. I don't think. Have you guys come up with anything, Jana, as far as a topic, like fingernail polish colors or something to rank?
Best tampon.
Best tampon. Rank the tampon.
Best pasta cooking technique.
But
counter.
So, shut up. Mute his microphone.
He made me laugh. I'll mute yours. So next we are ranking makeup lipstick brands.
Tyler's hosting that. Good luck, Tyler.
Yeah, I actually know my lipstick brands, you guys. I'm pretty great at
cosplayer.
But yeah, so again, no ranking next week, and then last Tuesday of the month is going to be ladies taking over again. That one was pretty fun last time with the Disney animated movies. We'll see what they come up with. Yeah, chat, thank you.
It was good. It was good. It was good the first couple hours, and then when it got to hour 4, it just.
I fell off about hour 7, to be honest with you.
Yeah. When it hit day 2 for me, that's when I was like, my endurance reached its peak.
But you see, now we know we need to get like provisions when we do the ladies stream.
Right.
Yeah. I got my Camelback ready and everything this time. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good, you guys. Yep. Good stream, chat. Thank you. Thanks. Cannoli, Bradley, Jana, Wookie, Subtle. Thanks for Subtle was here the whole time, man.
He was.
Everybody, thanks for sticking it out. Rank the tampon. Bring in Dylan. Oh yeah, okay.
He's now selling KitchenAid equipment.
Fun.
What is that? Oh, like refrigerators and stuff.
No, like mixers and things. Of that nature.
Wow.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in for this episode of
We Rank Stuff. We Rank Stuff.